on this stream live here this morning to give you current news and maybe do a little reading. Okay, so um, the first thing up in the news, did you hear about the ex-classified pathogens that could be like, some type of scenario where, I don't know, Zika, Ebola, and rabies get together and have a baby, and um, yeah, that's the end of the human race. Well, this race we call people. Okay, that's the end of nations and all that other stuff. Okay, I'm sorry for the bad connection. It's a very bad connection. It's really cloudy in the area of Cuban I live in, here in the Midwest. So yeah, this connection might, I might have to go off and come back on. So there's that about the ex-classified pathogen that may wipe out humanity. I mean, we just had this flu where 4,000 people died a day, and I wonder how many of those people, 4,000 a day that died, that actually died, that flu vaccine. That's what thinking that. Okay, anybody who try and tells you it doesn't is lying, because they don't care about your life, even though if they say they do. Okay, um, now that's one thing in the news. Oh, and now this to me is connected to the CDC scientist Timothy Cunningham, who still hasn't been found. Uh, the reward was up to from $10,000 to $15,000. Okay, I have a belief that yeah, he was taken. Either that or he did some, fancy maneuvering to, disappear. Okay, it was one or the other. They found no, reason or connection to foul play, so they say. They didn't come in and his place was trashed. But he left his car, his wallet, and his phone, and his dog. No man ever left their dog, ever. No man in the history of recorded history. A dog is a man's best friend. They would never leave their dog. No man ever in the history of man. Okay, so that's a huge red flag. Okay, some dogs are taken care of better by their owner than the spouse of that owner's dog. Okay, or the kid for that matter. Um, yeah, a man's car and his dog are that's his baby and his best friend, and he would never ever leave that shit ever. I'm like ever. and they have no idea what's coming, and then she starts laughing and shit, and then he makes a joke about it, you know. Now she's laughing, and the motherfucking audience is laughing with the laugh track, but the look on Jimmy Kimmel's face wasn't funny. He's like, that don't sound funny to me, okay? All right, and Alexa's right. She is totally correct. People have no idea what the fuck is coming. They have no idea what's on the horizon. They have no idea what, you know, Oh, I know why. Can you, it's only slight. But my finger, the speaker is right here up under the phone. So I was holding my phone and my finger was on the speaker. So yeah, my bad about that. I'm here talking about. Now you hear me. Good, awesome. I'm here talking about current news like the Chinese satellite that's falling from the sky that may hit Michigan. I talked about the uh, X bacteria or X pathogen, X classified pathogen that they don't know what it is. And I speculated it could be, Ebola, Zika, and rabies. They have a baby, and there you go. That's the end of the human race as we know it. Thank you. Thank you so much. And your insight on Fukushima is invaluable. And happy belated Fukushima Awareness Day. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Let's see. What else? Oh yeah, and I was talking about how the CDC, their need for a $14 million upgrade to their infectious disease facility after they just got like a $12 million upgrade in 2012. That's alarming, you know. The CDC Timothy Cunningham missing, the CDC scientist, him missing. That's alarming. Okay, like I said, a man loves his dog and his car, and he's not just finna up and leave neither one of those for nobody. Okay. um, let's see, what else did I talk about? This is just a recap, and I was coming up to Trump talking about how he's going to make it mandatory for people who receive food or cash assistance benefits or welfare from the state, from the federal government, how he's going to make them work a 20-hour, volunteer a 20-hour work week. Okay. Now, and I was talking about how most people that are on those benefits are white. They're Caucasoid and a European. My buddy Jared is talking about wakey wakey. I am woke. You're supposed to be asleep. You just got off at 7. So yeah. Most of I was giving an example. I live in an area that is 90% European Caucasian. Okay. In this area, of that 90%, 80% are on SNAP food or cash assistance. Okay. There's only like 2% of black people here. Okay, I live in a building where it's 90%, let's say 98% Caucasian European. Of that 98% of those people who are they're either elderly or mentally disabled and emotionally disabled. All of those people are on SNAP food and cash assistance. Okay? And all of the 98%, it's like 65% of those people are over the age of or 60 and older. So because this is an elderly disabled building I live in. I tried to get a job at a place called Radio Shack that is now closing down like 550 stores across the nation. Okay, the store that I tried to work in was closed 2-3 years ago. Okay, I tried to get a job here. There is no work here, especially if you are a person of color in this area. I know this because I tried to get a job here. Especially if you're a person of color and you don't fit the narrative that you want to fit into this white society. Because you feel like that and because you look like that. Because I wear my hair, you know what I'm saying, how I wear my hair. I can't get a job here. Not even if I covered my head. I'm in school. I can't get the necessary tools and things I need for me to finish school. I've been in school. It's a 2-year school. I've been in school 4 years. People want to act like you are not trying to take the initiative to do what needs to be done to push your life forward. And they don't look at the fact that, well, there's evil that exists and there's certain people who don't want certain people to get ahead. Okay? They just don't. They just, because if you really truly got a foothold, you might actually make some change and do some ramage to this new world order that's trying to give birth to itself. This evil old world order trying to be passed off with a new paint of coat, talking about it's the new world order. No, it's not. It's the old serpent. Okay? But I digress. So, that being said, there is no Mr. President Trump, Mr. Actor-in-Chief. Stop trying to push people into something that you have no idea about, because one of your constituents, actually it was a reporter who you were talking to, and you were on a world stage, and you didn't even know that most of the people who are on welfare, 90% of those people are Caucasian or European. You didn't know that? You didn't know that until the reporter told you that. That's what he is, actor-in-chief. Him and Ronald Reagan and all the rest of them too. My mom said when she was a baby, when she was a little girl, and you know how the TVs would go off, like they shut down for the night. After all, they did the whole little thing with the, the flag and the, oh, say, can you see, with all the subliminal messaging and that. After they did all of that and the channel would go off air, my mom said at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. This is when she was living in Chicago. My mom was born and raised in Chicago, okay? She was living there, and she would see, because Ronald Reagan was born here in Illinois, and his favorite place to go to party would be Chicago. So my mom would see on the TV that it would say that Ronald Wilson Reagan is missing. If you see him or have any connection or information as to where he is, please contact this number or whatever. And this is back in the 1960s, the middle 19s, early mid 1960s that they would put this on TV, okay? And my mom said Ronald Reagan was a huge drug addict. I mean, the only person that probably rivaled him was George Bush Jr. Okay? Yeah. So, that being said, these actors in chief, they don't know what's going on. They're kept in the loop of illusion, and that's how the powers that be want them to be. Trump is trying to do this to keep the illusion that he's going to keep promises that he made that he will never be able to keep to his constituents, because the same ones that he's trying to keep promises to are the same ones that he's stabbing in the back. And now the video where I listened to his proposal, this law that he's passing about the SNAP benefits. All the people on there are talking about, get a job, you slob. You don't want to work, you know what I'm saying? You just want a free ride and this, that, and the third. And they don't know the trouble, the struggles that these people have been through. These people who are living in their cars with 2 and 3 children with nowhere to go and no income and can't find a job. Okay? So all they got is SNAP benefits. And they living in a car. Their children is going to school from inside of a fucking car. How are they going to be able to work 20 hours a week? You know what I'm saying? Or 20 hours, 20 hours a week basically, or something like that. It might have been 20 hours a day. Either way, how are they going to be able to go work that and then go search for a job and then go pick up their kids from school while trying to not um exacerbate the fact, or alert the school to the fact that they're living out of their car. Because if you living out of your car and you have children, your children can be taken from you. That is a law now. If you're homeless and you have children, which your children will be taken. While we got all these vacant ass houses sitting up here, vacant as hell, nobody's living in them. The housing crash of the '08, nobody's living in these houses. They've been foreclosed on for 10 plus years now. Huh? But we out here homeless. We out here poor. So true. Yeah. Yeah. See, that's what I really hate, because these politicians and these people who claim to have the best interests of people at heart, there are loads of vacant buildings in Newark, New Jersey. I bet there are. And I bet Newark, New Jersey is on the list of being a strong city. The Strong City Initiative and the Strong Mayor Initiative and the Strong Mayor model. Look it up. There's a lady called Deborah Tavares, and she's talking about how they're building these mega cities in these cities. It's gonna be a city within a city. A good place to experience or even realize what I'm talking about. There's a movie that came out back in 2013 called Dredd, Dredd, Dredd. Look the video up, look the movie up, and you'll see what I'm talking about and you'll see what Deborah Tavares is talking about when we say mega cities. Okay, what they're planning on is they're still following the scorched earth policy, okay? They are purposefully destroying areas to make it unlivable for people, so that when these areas, and when I say purposefully, I mean they're using everything, the weather and everything else, okay? When that area is destroyed, you're going to be what's called a disaster migrant, because you'll be migrating from an area because of a disaster. What they want to do is get so many areas in America so messed up that you can't live there, that you have to migrate to this mega city. And you will have a chip put in your left hand, or in your neck, in the back of your neck, or even in your forehead. And if you do something or say something that they don't like, they will turn your chip off and kill you. Okay, this is the reality that they're trying to pull through out their asses, okay, onto us. This is what they're trying to do. Deborah Tavares has done so much research into it and goes so in depth into it that you need to look her up. Her last name is spelled Tavares, Tavares. Okay, and she just went to this expose out in California, and she was around when the California fires happened, and she says a lot of the material from those fires that happened are being repurposed and recycled, and they have toxic chemicals in them in the building material. And she's like, how are you repurposing all this toxic material that is going to poison somebody else? Okay, you can't repurpose something that's going to poison somebody else. But they're like, yeah. And they're like, yes, we can. And did you know she was like, she said anywhere there's a Rothschild or Rockefeller, if you got people living in that area, I'm telling you, research your area. If you see Rothschilds or Rockefellers living anywhere in that area, you need to move, because that area is on the Agenda 21 list of scorched earth policy, and this and third. So they're going to be destroying that area. Now, Why would the most elite family in the world place these agents, these plants, if you will, in these areas that they're going to destroy? Because this is a managed destruction. This is ordered chaos that they're trying to bring order out of. Okay? This is the mad scientists gone mad with, a CRISPR set and, an unadulterated Ebola vaccine. Okay? Or Ebola virus. This is what this is. Okay? This is the mad scientist gone mad, and he's got Ebola, rabies, and Zika all in the motherfucking CRISPR machine, and he's cooking it up. This is what this is. But he's cooking it up, but it's only going to, he's making it so, he's making the gene of this virus so that it only attacks certain parts or certain races in a country or whatever. You see what I'm saying? That's what this is. This is managed chaos. That's what they're trying. But it's so stupid because these are people who think they can control the devil. They think they can control evil. They think that their little salt circle is going to keep whatever evil entity that they're invoking from eating them up. Like, they can't, like the evil entity can't send, a gust of wind and blow the salt circle out. And next thing you know, you are barbecue food. So there's that. And I just wanted to make this short announcement about us who are on this individual platform. We are here because we chose to be here. And if you weren't ready to be here, maybe you shouldn't have got on this motherfucker. Exactly. They think they can out Satan. Not only that, they think they can out, create creator. They think you know what I'm saying? They think these people think they're going to outdo, words that have already been spoken, which is energy and motion. These people are clueless to the fact that there's a billion-year-old. They are in trouble, and we are going to be in trouble because of they dumbasses. They stupid, pretend elite asses. And that's my buddy.
What up, though?
What up, though?
What was that?
What's happening? Say hi to the camera.
Deuces!
He's so funny. That's my friend. I'm doing a live stream.
Sweet. Hey, y'all subscribe. She know what she talking about. Peace. You already know. Who else is on here?
Just
I was trying to see you.
Oh, you want to see comments? Shoot. You won't be able to see them.
Well, I just want to say one more thing. Hack the planet! Hack the planet!
He's awesome.
Hack the planet!
He's goofy. He's a hacker. He was teaching me certain things about hacking and whatnot. He thinks hacking the planet might save the planet. And I kind of agree. Because, you do know what you're talking about. Thank you, sister. Thank you. And so do you. So do you. People still aren't talking about Fukushima, sister. It's out there more, but they still trying to hush it up. They still trying to keep it quiet. Dana Durnford, they shut down this channel 7 days before 3/11. And he was up, but he wasn't up on his main channel. You did street interviews? Awesome. Yeah, but because you have to get out there. People don't know that something from halfway across the planet is causing them to die. And they're being told, oh, it was a heart attack. Oh, it was lung cancer. Oh, it was this, it was that. Okay, so you saying that these particles that float on the jet stream across the planet and rain down on everybody had nothing to do with you having heart troubles now, when there was a Beagle study that showed the Beagle dogs not only died, they suffered from 800 plus diseases before cancer even showed up. But, oh, Fukushima has nothing to do with your ailments right now. Okay, or exacerbating your ailments. Come on now. Thank you. You're great. You know who's really, truly great? Our true Father and his true anointed Son. That's who's really, truly great. Honestly. We're great through him, from him. Okay? Now, they were hunting you too. That's crazy. That's nuts. They were hunting you. All praises to Creator. All right, let me end this. I'm gonna come back on strong. Know that. Maybe my buddy will be on here with me. We'll be talking about something, I don't know. Randoms. Maybe. All right. I love you, sister. You're my only supporter, but you know what? You're enough. You are enough, and I love you for that. So let me get off this live stream. I love y'all. Later.